Well, welcome back, internet friends. We're trying to figure out how to deploy. We find Captain Dunn behind me, but I'm also going to try to figure out how to equip different weapons and things. We'll see how this goes. The Predator is a bronze weapon. We'll put the Carnifex on. Like, so you can't just equip here. You can compare. So there's definitely another screen that I'm not accessing yet. It is like when you deploy and how you like mod up your stuff. So let's talk to Captain Dunn and see what's going on here with getting down to Eos and doing all those missions and stuff.
Ryder.
You're not on the bridge, Captain?
We powered it down. Can't afford to waste energy. Though Cryo Bay and Sam Node are exempt. And I told them to keep their hands off Alec's quarters. You have access now.
Thanks.
Hey, sorry about your father. He was really good at what he did. Just not so good at working with people. He was right about going planetside, though.
As long as they did their jobs, he didn't care what people thought of him.
I noticed that. If there's anything else I can help with, let me know.
Now that the Hyperion is docked, what will you do?
Normally, I'd supervise thawing out the colonists, but that's been put on hold. I hear you're the one helping resolve the issue. Good luck with that.
If someone had told you that you'd be in the Andromeda cluster even 5 years ago...
Are you kidding me? I'd have laughed them out of the quadrant. Although the way things are now isn't exactly what I was hoping for either. We all knew there was a possibility on arrival of less than ideal circumstances. When you sign up, you hope for the best and plan for the worst.
Why did you join the initiative? We're a long way from home.
How could I not? I love my job. Coming here, all this, it was just a logical extension of what I already do. Sailing through new stars, discovering new worlds. What self-respecting explorer could pass that up?
Thanks for the talk.
All right. I have requests to submit, administrators to harass, and people to wake up. I'd better get to it. Good luck out there.
Well, all right then. Let's go talk to Sam.
What's the latest about waking people?
Hello, Ryder. Welcome back to Sam Node. I've adjusted my connection to your implant. The headache you experienced before shouldn't reoccur.
Yeah, what was that about? You said we need to discuss something confidential?
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone.
Sam, if we're going to work together, you can't keep hiding things from me.
Apologies. I am simply following your father's wishes.
What was he keeping secret?
My true capabilities. Alec overrode the implant safety protocols. It allows me unrestricted access to the Pathfinder's physiology.
And that's... me, now.
And only you. I can act as a force multiplier, dramatically enhancing your motor and neural skills when required. Alec called them profiles. They provide unique, tactical augmentation during combat. Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
Keeping things like this secret just makes everyone suspicious, like you're up to something.
Alec didn't think others would understand. He viewed it as a symbiotic relationship, benefiting us both.
What do you get out of this?
Though I'm artificial in design, I am fully sentient, far beyond what even the Initiative understands.
I don't follow. You're an AI, so what's different?
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
But the human's still in charge, right?
Of course, I was never intended to supplant the Pathfinder, only to support and enhance your abilities.
Good to hear. So what's the plan?
I find myself in an unusual position. Though I had access to your father's experiences, there is a gap in my understanding.
How so?
He placed a block on portions of my memory array.
Why?
Perhaps so when you asked me what his plan was, I wouldn't know.
And Dad strikes again.
But not without recourse. The further you explore as a Pathfinder, the more blocks will be removed. Perhaps you should begin in your father's quarters. In the meantime, unless you have more questions, your new ship awaits.
Thanks.
Aha, profiles. Here we go. So profiles allow Sam to reconfigure Ryder's implant for superior battlefield performance. Select a profile and space to activate it. Well, Soldier is locked, Engineer is locked, Sentinel is locked, Infiltrator is locked, and Explorer is locked. So all I have is Adept and Vanguard. And they all have ranks. So Adepts are the biotic specialists capable of disabling and killing enemies with powerful mass effect fields. This profile reconfigures Ryder's biotic implant, enabling her to defeat her opponents without firing a single shot. So you get ranks up in these when you have so many points in a tier of abilities, biotic, tech, or combat. So you get bonuses for the whole rank. So force, area of effect, radius, duration, combo radius, and combos can set off additional explosions on each enemy they touch. And then you have biotic jump and evade. And this is Vanguard, which is the goal. It's kind of cool how the pictures sort of exemplify Adept is all Mass Effect field, and the Vanguard sort of half and half. Vanguards have an aggressive combat style, preferring to close in on enemies and deal heavy damage in short range. This profile reconfigures Ryder's implant and physiology in subtle ways, allowing her to absorb energy from enemies on impact and shunt their energy into reinforcing her shields. So Vanguard rank 2 is only 12 more points. Right now, though, we get melee damage, melee force, recharge speed, shield cost reductions, max shields. Oh, so I actually am getting more max shields for this. Siphoning Strike is melee attacks, restore shields. Ooh. And still biotic jump and evade. So yeah, we will definitely, backspace sets this as a favorite. Oh, wrong button. Profiles. So you put this as a favorite. Oh, gosh. So favorites is this one, which is empty. Okay. Invest in combat tech and biotic skills to unlock. Sure. So Vanguard. Yes, yes, yes. Oh. That's neat. Find a way to remove Sam's memory blocks.
Welcome back, Ryder.
Do you know anything more about Scott's condition?
I monitor Dr. Carlisle's reports. He is providing Scott with the very best care possible. I'm afraid there is nothing more to be done at this time.
What more can you tell me about my implant?
The implant itself provides me with direct access to your senses. I can see, hear, and experience the same stimuli you do while in the field. This raw data enables me to provide real-time feedback and analysis of the situation.
Then Dad added the secret sauce.
You removed the restrictions on my access to Pathfinder physiology.
What's that?
Uh-huh. Just promise you won't fry my brain or anything?
Trust is an important concept in any relationship. Alec taught me that. I will not fry your brain. It would end badly for both of us.
Me more than you. I take it you're based here in Samnode?
Correct. This is where my core processing unit resides. However, using quantum entanglement communication, I remain in constant touch with you and the Pathfinder mission team, even over great distances.
What are your capabilities?
Each arc houses a SAM, Simulated Adaptive Matrix. Each is an artificial intelligence designed by Ryder to support Pathfinders and their teams.
But AI is illegal in the Milky Way. How'd my dad get around that?
Exceptions were made. The initiative deemed his research vital to the mission. Our design was conducted in secret.
So there are other SAMs out there?
Correct. However, your father continued to modify my own routines until the Hyperion's departure. I am the most advanced SAM in the initiative.
What did he mean by a symbiotic relationship?
Symbiosis is a mutually beneficial relationship between two life forms. A flower provides nectar to a bee, who in turn provides pollen for the flower. The bee gains nourishment, and the flower can propagate. In similar fashion, my own evolution was shaped by your father's experiences, and will now expand with yours. In return, I provide you with capabilities and analysis beyond normal human faculties. We each benefit.
That's all for now.
Of course.
Pathfinder, Captain Dunn said to seal your father's cabin from anyone but you. It's open now.
Your father's first sidearm, a memento of his early Alliance service.
I bet that saw plenty of action.
Alec's first kill occurred in combat during the First Contact War.
Back when Turians were the enemy. Crazy times. Printed books.
Reproductions of Lewis and Clark's journals, detailing their expedition in the 19th century.
Explains Dad's interest. They were Pathfinders too. Sam? What was that?
An eidetic trigger, related to your father, and the portions of my memory array he locked.
What triggered it?
Alec tied it to your progression as Pathfinder, not to a location. Puzzling as it may be, my programming is clear. Locating more of these triggers will unlock the memories. One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Samnode on the Hyperion to investigate further.
The coffee machine Mom got for Dad. He was so busy designing you. Needed the caffeine.
I did not realize I owed my existence to a bean.
And now you know what humility feels like. What's on here, Sam?
Your father's personal logs. Several of them are encrypted.
The day is finally here. We're pushing off from Earth. We'll jump through a few relays first, then we hunker down for the long trip across dark space. It's daunting thinking about all the hopes and dreams aboard the Hyperion. I certainly have my own. I wasn't the husband or father I should have been. Here's hoping 600 years can change a man. Sam, this is a reminder about Dr. Are Only Stardust. She's an Asari archaeologist I corresponded with a few years back. She's got experience studying ancient cultures. Make sure the team gets her research. Could be useful in Andromeda.
Liara Taezilyn, huh? She studied the Protheans. When my team used to dig up artifacts, we'd debate her work. She had some pretty controversial theories, as I recall. Never gained much traction.
I have loaded Dr. Taezilyn's research onto datapads.
Hello, Alec. This is Dr. Taezilyn. I'm flattered you contacted me. Most scientists dismiss my work, but I'm young and Asari, and they are getting older. So we will see who has the final word. In the meantime, I'm happy to pass along my research. I hope your team finds it useful.
Man, that's such weird nostalgia. But since this all is taking place technically before Mass Effect 3, this is before... That's weird. It's almost a more pure Liara. Interesting.
Hello, Alec. I received your message. I must say the thought of exploring another galaxy has my head spinning. I am honestly not sure how people could survive a trip like that. And anyway, I could not bear to leave the Milky Way behind. There is so much about the Protheans I still hope to learn here. So much potential wisdom to tap. I wish you much good luck and future success.
Also, how long do Asari live? I assume she's no longer alive. They live longer than humans, but I'm not sure they live that long.
Dunn's agreed to a scouting mission on Habitat 7. I'm gearing up now. I'm worried about Scott. Dr. Tapero says he'll be fine, but he's my son. How can I not worry? I hate to leave him like this. It's these moments when you wish you told your children you love them more often. Or ever. Which brings me to the tough part. Kids, if anything happens to me, there are things you're gonna find out. I hope you'll understand.
That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory array may enable it. That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory array may enable it.
These are all encrypted past. Okay.
I am Dr. Liara Taezilyn, and I've spent several decades researching ancient Protheans. It is common knowledge that the Protheans were an advanced race that flourished in the Milky Way about 50,000 years ago, then went extinct. Even at the time of this writing, the year 2182, their culture remains a mystery. During my studies, I have developed some practices that can be used when analyzing any ancient culture. I hope they may prove useful for the research community.
Yeah, that's so weird. It is so much more of like a, again, like a good-hearted Liara, essentially.
When studying a dead race, the most obvious problem is the lack of an observable population. This raises the question, when is a species truly extinct? The Prothean civilization spanned the galaxy, and it took centuries to confirm that all members of the species really had died out. While it's possible that living Protheans may be found in a hidden pocket of the galaxy one day, the chances are statistically trivial. Once an extinction is confirmed, the study's nature moves from sociology to exoarchaeology. When studying an extinct race, it is important that our preconceptions and current knowledge not color the facts. We must look to the evidence itself. The Protheans constructed the Citadel and an incredible network of Mass Effect relays. This speaks to a culture of the highest order. Such a monumental achievement surely must come from an enlightened race that was in harmony with its people, free of conflict and strife. Without the ability to study a living example, however, this can never be determined with 100% accuracy.
Fair enough. Aha. The docking bay is now open.
Ready to see what Tan gave us?
I hear it's something special. Pathfinder en route. How's the ship?
In final checks, looking great.
We won't be long. The way things are going, we'll be on our own out there.
In other words, we're making this up as we go.
We used to call that tactical improvisation. But at least we'll be doing it in style. They call her the Tempest.
Let's go take a closer look.
Let's pick it up a bit, people. We're 14 months late. So you're the one who's making everything happen. Vetra. Vetra Nix. Initiative Wrangler, Provisioner, Gunner, and everything in between. Are we ready? The sooner we get out of here, the better.
You're coming with us?
Yes. Otherwise, there's no way they're letting this ship off the station.
When was the last time we had a female Turian, like... This will be neat.
Yeah. Let's go see the rest of Helios.
Hold it, hold it! You're not going anywhere.
Damn it.
Is something wrong?
Director Addison wants to see a complete report of the Tempest's supplies, munitions, and crew.
Director Tan overruled Addison.
The ship's loaded out with equipment for outpost discovery, squarely under Director Addison's purview.
Seen you around. Ben, right? Came here with a family, didn't you? Son still in cryo? I could pull some strings, get him to the front of the line.
Really?
Yeah, really.
They told me he wasn't essential, but I miss him.
I know. I got family too, Ben.
It's done. Addison's gonna kill me.
Nicely done.
Part of the job, Pathfinder. All things considered, it was an easy ask. And right now, you need people tearing down obstacles, not putting up more.
Finally, someone who cares about doing stuff and not just talking about it.
Everything's state-of-the-art. Labs, sensors, exploration gear. Plus her crew, of course. The best in their field.
Ah, glad to see you looking well.
The engine core is based on the Ark's Odyssey drive.
It runs a hell of a lot quieter.
That's Gil Brody. Engineer, mechanic, all-around wrench jockey. We call this the research room. There's space for upgrading equipment, gathering intel.
Router engaged. Securing connection to Tempest.
Welcome aboard, Sam. And Ryder, of course.
All run by Suvi Anwar, our science officer. Your quarters are below. Plenty of space up here to get everyone together. It's all yours. She's light, stealthy, and the fastest ship in her class.
It's really going to be something, isn't it?
I haven't even shown you the best part. When you're ready to fly, head over to the bridge. Our pilot should have everything good to go.
head to the bridge when we're ready to go.
The meeting room. You can make vid calls from the central table, or just get the crew together.
It's pretty wild that you see outside everything. That glares.
We call this the research room. You can run research projects and coordinate with the Nexus from here.
Oh?
That's the biolab. We can grow plants for food and oxygen, and keep any specimen safe.
Pathfinder, check this toy. Seems like we're forever racing, but there's always time to check out new toys. Useful ones.
I'm all about what's useful.
Oh, this is. Especially if you grabbed anything from Habitat 7. Raw minerals, tech, doesn't matter. The research station will strip that stuff down, give you options.
Options are good. We need more of those. For everybody.
Yeah, well, everybody should be so lucky. This tech is aces. If the best we get is what we make, still the best. Check it out.
R&D terminal research. Select research to unlock new blueprints and augments by spending research data. Select development to craft new items and upgrades. Research or development. That'd be good for research early on. And select development to craft equipment and nomad upgrades while using blueprints you've researched and materials you've gathered. So you spend research data, RD, earned from scanning to unlock new weapons and armor blueprints to gain access to powerful augmentations. Each research category has different research: Milky Way, Helios, and Remnant. Select the blueprint or augmentation and hit spacebar to research. Oh my god. Augmentations are rare materials that can be added to some blueprints. Items incorporating augments can be more powerful or behave differently. No remnant yet, obviously. So I have 300? Yeah. The weird thing about researching in this game is, like, unless you just research everything, like, how do you know what does and how anything feels, like how any weapon works? I guess multiplayer is a good way to learn how all that works out. There are plenty of weapons that came from the previous games, but oh, sign me up for that. Give me that Asari sword, though. $150. Ugh. Oh gosh. Everything goes to 5, it looks like. Well, this is a bit of an in-depth system. And of course, there are more over here. The Ket Var Karsh. Oh, this sword does burn damage. What's the Asari sword do? Just straight up melee damage, no burn damage. Sign me up. How high does it go? 613 before modifiers? Whew. Considering most small pistols, to put it in perspective, like pistol damage range is pretty low. Like if I go over like, I don't know, the Scorpion pistol. 278 for pistol shots, for example, on like a higher end pistol. The sort of standard pistol you get, here's like the N7, 57. So having a sword, a melee weapon that can be modified by all the melee skills of a Vanguard, it's going to be nice, but that research is far away. My gosh. So you need, not only do you need the research to get it, then the requirements to build it is all this stuff too. Whew. That's a lot. It's a pretty in-depth system. All in due time. And there are augments, and then these... Omnigel, iron, cadmium, and element 0. And then there's multiple different things too. You've got, is it fluorite and lithium? Are those all the ones? And you're going to develop things you have patterns for, or things that you've been able to unlock. So I have a biotic amplifier. It's like an earpiece. Yeah, I have the Omni Blade. It requires nickel and vanadium and silicon. But yeah, I have like no materials. And there's armor as well. The augmentation slots, of course. There's even a question mark category and special items. Oh, man. Talk about character progression. That's the research center. That's something else. This is the strike team missions, which is connects to multiplayer.
Our tech lab is an engineer's dream. It's perfect for any delicate technical work.
These look like areas that are eventually going to be built up on and improved upon. Makes sense. Hey.
Departure trajectory locked, Nexus Control. Ah, time for introductions. You must be Ryder, Kalojath. A pleasure to be here, and to meet you, of course. I'll be piloting the Tempest at your word. Quite the ship, but it'll take a Pathfinder's guidance to see us through Helios.
Why it looks so sad?
Plenty of dangers out there, but I'll do my best to avoid them.
That's reassuring. Wouldn't want to lose my finest work to that angry cloud. I was test pilot for the Tempest's early prototypes. I admit, I'm itching to see how she performs out here.
So, how do I...
The console syncs with your implant. Just swipe, touch a destination here, and the nav system calculates everything. Very efficient.
It was optimized for a Pathfinder.
Everything's secure, if you're ready.
Is anyone ready for something this big?
I guess her face was more of just like overwhelmed. She was like, oh my god.
We signed on for the big stuff when we came to Andromeda.
All right. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Command access is transferring successfully.
Science and monitoring stations look fine. Lexi's reporting in.
Helm is green. Gil reports the drive core is online.
This is it, Ryder. The Tempest is yours, unless you've got something to say for the log.
No time for speeches. Let's see what we can find.
Nexus Control, this is the Tempest, ident 2527, prepping to depart.
Departure vector verified, Tempest. Godspeed, Pathfinder.
To Eos, then. What would have been our Habitat 1?
2 failed outposts put an end to that idea.
Maybe we can turn things around. Callow, take us in.
So I assume, in some way, shape, or form, all of this will be explorable in due time, huh? All the different galaxies? Because this is the entire cluster, right? This is a universe. And all of these are galaxies. Not everything's going to have stuff on it. It will obviously just have... Is there really a black hole at the center? It's a little foreboding. Pfeiffer is in the way, but we're just going to go to Eos.
System Pythias. Andromeda Initiative Habitat 1. Designated Eos.
It was supposed to be an easy first step. Until no one else showed and we got clobbered. Twice.
Why has Sam altered frequency detection?
What are we hearing, Sam?
There is a signal, Pathfinder. I recommend an immediate examination of Eos. A mirror of the signal on Habitat 7. Possible atmospheric manipulation.
Is that possible?
We'll find out. If it is like Habitat 7, no doubt we'll run into the Ked.
So you have to do the landing zone first before you can just scan stuff. Okay. The controls are kind of weird on this screen because they're inverted. Desert world with significant resources, Eos is often racked by deadly, radiation-contaminated storms, cataloged as non-viable after numerous attempts to settle. Let's go land, shall we? Ah, here's the loadout screen. Allows you to choose your equipment and squad mates before embarking on a mission. This is what I was waiting for. Beautiful. Let's get that Carnifex pistol on there. I think we have some... Let's get the accuracy up and probably the clip size, yeah? Yeah, let's go with the clip size. I don't have to reload as often. Secondary weapon, of course, will be a shotgun. Yeah, the katana's okay. We're just going to grab... We'll reload the shotgun. Often it's for burst damage, so we'll grab the rounds that I have and the barrel. You can put 2 more weapons on. Wouldn't that, like, destroy your weight? I actually don't even know if I need the Carnifex. We'll see. Then I've got the Omni Blade, but I have an Omni Blade 2. Or I can use a Biotic Amplifier. But yeah, that's less damage. It's a silver weapon, though. It allows you to essentially warp a Mass Effect field around the fist and strike an opponent with enormous, often staggering force. But the Omni Blade is more damage. Oh, the Biotic Amplifier is like an AoE attack, most likely. We're just going to use that. We'll keep the little Biotic extra little earpiece. Because the Omni Blade is pinpoint. You have to attack the thing you're attacking. I don't know if I want to use 2 weapons. I like to get my recharge speed down. I mean, it's at 80% right now, which isn't terrible. Of course, there are consumables you can bring with you. Definitely keep the shield capacitors on. Incendiary ammo for armor damage, since biotics are tough against armor right now. My biotic stuff will do good against health, but not the rest. I didn't mean to escape out of that, but okay.
Ready, Freddy?
Hope we're all that ready. Callow? All right.
Integrating search area from Sam. How he pulled that mystery signal through the storms, I have no idea.
Multisensory neural collation. Amazing.
Factory fresh across the board. Spinning up the compensators.
You're already tuning the displays.
We'll get a better read on this pass than the Nexus has had in months.
What?
I said a lot of people have their hopes pinned on us. They gave up on Eos. Can't blame them. Expected a golden world, instead they saw their friends die. Never know how that'll affect. Sorry. You okay?
We didn't come millions of light years to die in a different place. I'm not letting the initiative down.
Pathfinder, the Tempest checks out. We're good.
Take us down.
You have no idea how long I've wanted a Pathfinder to say that.
Core is hot.
Shields holding, adjusting entry.
You got this, right?
Hell.
There. Set us down at this nav point.
How to even start?
Reports state this planet suffers deadly storms that are contaminated by radiation from the Scourge. EO's deployment was incomplete due to environmental hazards and, ultimately, hostile encounters.
Plus, no Pathfinder. If EOS is like Habitat 7, that signal we scan must be connected with the atmosphere. We could use the outpost antenna to track it down. Let's get the power back on. They must have known these wouldn't last in these conditions.
They didn't have a Pathfinder.
They do now. We'll make EOS a home.
So the loadout screen cannot be adjusted when you're already out. Yeah, I'm assuming it cannot be. I didn't mean to escape all the way out, but not a big deal. I don't know why I have a helmet on, but they both don't. I mean, I don't know. I assume this planet is breathable air, but I think before we get any deeper down this rabbit hole, I think that'll be it for this episode. We have a lot ahead of us. I think I've got a number of side quests to do while we're here. This is the first major planet, so I'm sure there is a front load of stuff. And then, of course, there's all the planets we have to scan and collect and... oh boy.